So I wanted to do a video today just to show you that you don't have to have the best equipment, you don't have to have the most expensive stuff out to get dope sound and to make quality music. So thought I'd do a little studio tour today, see what we got going on. So for my keyboard, I got the Alesis VX49. It's a great keyboard if you don't want to drop a ton of money like on an Akai or something like that. It's got pretty much all the same features and about half the price, so I haven't had any problems with it yet. It's been great for me, so I'd recommend if you're on a budget but you still want something dope and that functions good, look into Alesis. They got a lot of good products. For my monitors, I got the Sterling MX8s. I had the JBL 305s, the 5-inch version, and they were great, honestly, but I wanted to move up to some 8s, trying to get a little bit bigger sound. I didn't have a sub connected, so I was trying to move up so I could get a little bit more bass response. And for the price, I caught these on sale. They were a really good price for some 8-inch monitors. So again, if you're looking to get something good but not spend a ton of money, look into the Sterlings. For my interface, I got the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. You've probably seen these things everywhere. They're super popular because they're not that expensive and they sound good. They got good preamps in them for mics. I had an old M-Audio interface before this one and it just wasn't pushing my monitors right. It just didn't sound that good, didn't have that much power, and when I switched over I could tell a huge difference. They make a Focusrite Solo for like 99 bucks, but I would suggest at least going with the 2i2. That way you get the 1/4-inch jacks in the back to hook up your monitors if you ever want to get monitors down the road if you don't have any. So I would suggest at least going with the 2i2, but they're great interfaces either way. So for my computer, I got a Dell Inspiron 7559 laptop. It was a gaming laptop, really. It's got a 4 GB graphics card, i7, 8 gigs of RAM, terabyte hard drive. But honestly, you don't even need to have that. Like, you don't even need to have that expensive of a laptop. As long as it's got a decent processor, that's what you want to focus on for music production, is having a decent processor, something fast in it. You'll be set, really. Honestly, it doesn't take anything super powerful. It makes it easier to run things when you got a little bit more power, but the laptop I started on, the computer I started on was trash compared to this, and I made it work. So like I said, you don't got to have nothing crazy, but make sure you get something with a good processor in it. And I got a second monitor, just a 20-inch Samsung, just another cheap monitor. I got it was a hand-me-down from somebody, but just to keep the mixer open on that side and give you a little bit more room to work. It really helps with the workflow, so I keep that open beside me. Then I got just a cheap little tablet we got free from Verizon here in the middle. Sometimes I'll throw on Netflix, especially if I'm just doing like sound design or something like that. I'll just throw on Netflix in the background and kind of watch and make beats and do my thing. So when I'm doing tutorials or something like that, I usually just plug in this Blue Yeti mic. It's just a great USB mic, probably one of the best USB mics out. It's plug and play, so it's real simple. I can take it with me anywhere I go and just hook it up to my laptop, and that's mainly what I use that for, is for doing tutorials and stuff like that. For my main mic, I got a Marshal MXL 770. I don't spit as much as I used to. I used to have a Rode NT1A, and it sounded great. It was probably one of the best mics I had, but I sold it because I was wanting something else, so I sold it and ended up buying this Marshal. And for the price, you really can't beat it. You can get it on Amazon for like 75 bucks right now, and it's great, especially if you're just starting out. But even if you're not just starting out, it sounds great. You can get some quality vocals out of it. So that's the Marshal MXL 770. For my headphones, I use the AKG 240s. They're on the lower end of the spectrum as far as the AKGs go, but honestly, they've been good for me. For like when my daughter was born, I couldn't be down in the studio all the time. I just used my laptop. I didn't even use the interface. I just used my laptop. It mixed on those AKGs for like 2 years, honestly, before I could really get back in the studio steady. And they worked great. I got great mixes out of them. They were clear. They have a real flat response, so you get a more accurate mix. So those are pretty good for the price if you're looking for something. So up on this shelf, I just keep my gaming headsets and my PlayStation controller, some other accessories and stuff that I use every now and then. If I'm not making beats and with my family, then I'm usually gaming either on the PC or on the PlayStation 4. So got some of that stuff in here as well. It's my studio / game room. So yeah. Then over here I got my desktop PC. I custom built this one. It's got a Ryzen 5 2600X processor, 16 gigs of RAM, 8 GB RX 580 graphics card, 2 TB hard drive. I had a lot of fun. It was my first build. Actually, I had a lot of fun building it. But this is where I do all my video editing, and again, my gaming. If I'm on the PC gaming, I game over here and do my video editing, and just stuff that requires a little more power over here. The monitor is a 29-inch LG ultra wide monitor. I picked it up again on sale for like 160, I think, around Black Friday. So it's been dope. I never had an ultra wide, so it's been cool. I kind of wish I would have went for the 32-inch, but the 29's been good so far. So keep that in the PlayStation over here. And here's a shot of the whole room. I'm gonna get the lights in there too, but I gotta have them on, or it's super dark in here. But here's a shot of the whole room. And like I said, like I know I mentioned some stuff that's probably a little more on the expensive side, but you don't have to have it. Like I said, for like 2 years, I used my laptop, no interface. I used a little 25 key Akai controller, and that was it. Because I couldn't be down. My studio was in the basement at the time. I couldn't be down there all the time when my daughter was a newborn. So I wanted to be up here around the family and be able to help out and still make music. So I just sat in the living room with a TV tray and my laptop and headphones, and made bangers for like 2 years straight. And they sounded good. It's really about knowing your equipment. Once you learn your equipment and how things translate to other systems and how they sound, then you're good to go. So you don't have to have the most expensive stuff. And I think we put a lot of emphasis on gear instead of really knowing what to do with what we have. Once you learn to work with what you have and do that to the best of your ability, then you can save up during that time and maybe upgrade to something better. But don't focus on the gear, just focus on the music, focus on what you have, whatever it is you do, and do the best with that. So that's going to wrap up the video. If there's something else you want to know, if there's something you want me to cover in the future, let me know. I'm going to do a mixing video coming up soon, so I know I got that on the way. But leave me a comment if there's something else you'd like to see, and I will see you in the next video.